Hi guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to query your S3 data using SQL in AWS Athena. Athena is an AWS service which lets you query your S3 files using SQL. Okay, it's cool, right? I mean, you can upload your data to S3 and you can start querying using like normal SQL. Like everyone is comfortable using SQL, right? So you can perform your data analysis on your S3 file data using Athena. Okay, so that's why Athena is so cool and it's very popular. Okay, and another advantage is Athena is serverless. You need not deploy any servers or clusters to use Athena. You just upload your data to S3 and create a table and start performing your queries in directly in AWS Athena. So this is different from AWS Redshift where you have to provision clusters. Okay, and Athena supports many data formats. You can upload data to S3 in any of the formats like CSV, JSON, Parquet, Avro, ORC, and many more. Okay, so that's one of the advantages. And Athena is integrated with AWS Glue metadata catalog. So what is Glue metadata catalog? Basically, Glue, what it does, it crawls through your S3 data and creates the metadata in the sense like what is the columns, what is the data type, etc. So Athena, since it is directly integrated with the Glue metadata, it uses this to let you query your data. So what are the steps involved if you want to query your S3 data using SQL in Athena? Okay, the first step would be you need to upload your data to S3 in any of the formats that Athena supports. Okay, so it can be CSV, JSON, Parquet. It's like usually supports all the common data formats. The first step is you upload your S3 data to your data to S3 bucket. In the second step, you need to create glue catalog tables. I'll show you when we get into hands on how to create glue catalog tables. So basically what glue does is it crawls through your S3 data and it creates a metadata store. Okay, it define by defining like what it does. It goes through some sample data. Suppose you have a CSV file for like 100 million rows. It just goes through some of the rows, like say 100 rows, and it decides what is the data type of that column, etc. So by doing that, it will create metadata for all the files. Okay, so that's what is the second step. The third step, you go to your Athena console and start querying your data. Okay, here I am in the AWS console. So now let's look into how to upload S3 data and how to create Athena tables from the S3 data. Okay, so this is my Athena AWS console. I'll show you the CSV file that I have created. So this is our CSV data. We will upload this file to S3 and we will query this data using Athena. So first let us upload that CSV file to our S3 bucket. Okay, I'll upload the data to this bucket org sample data. Okay, click on upload and add files. Select employees.csv. I'm going, yeah, and click on upload. Okay, so now this CSV file is uploaded to my S3 bucket org sample data. So this is my first step. In the first step, you need to upload your data to S3 bucket. So next, let's go to AWS Glue console and create a crawler which crawls to this data. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So this is my Glue console. I need to add click on this add tables using a crawler, or you can go here and you can select this also. Okay. I'm going to click on this. Okay, crawler name I'm just gonna give like organization crawlers. You can give any name that you want. Okay, click on next. So data crawler store source type, what is the source for your crawler? That is my data store. Okay, click on next. So S3 is our data store, and in the path you need to give the path to your file basically. So I'm gonna give like S3 org sample data and slash. If you leave the path here, right, it will crawl through all the tables which are present inside this directory. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave it here like this and click on next. Add another data store. No, I just want one data store. Okay, next. Okay, this is important, right? AWS Glue service role. Okay, so what happens here is the Glue will create an IAM role for you, which has the permission to crawl through the S3 data that you have in the path that you have specified. Suppose you can also choose an existing IAM role, but you should make sure that that IAM role has permissions for this path that you have specified in the data store. Okay, for this video, I'm going to create a new role. I'm going to tell organization. Okay, so AWS Glue will create a IAM role on your behalf, having permissions to crawl through this path. Okay, so click on next. Okay, this is already existing in my account. Okay, I'll just put it like organization crawler. Okay, because this organization IAM role was already existing in my account, so it failed. You need to have a unique name. Okay. Okay, click on next. Okay, frequency is run on demand. If you want your crawler to run on a scheduled basis, you can select this. But for this video, I'm just gonna keep it run on demand. Okay, click on next. Okay, this is the database. To which database you want it to add your table. Okay, there will be only one default database. Okay, you can add a new database if you want. I'm just gonna say my database name is organization. Okay, and click on create. Okay, so it will add the table under your organization database now. Otherwise, it will by default it will add under the default database. Okay, if you want to have any prefix added to your tables, you can specify that here. Otherwise, you can just click on next. Okay, looks good. Just click on finish. Okay, so crawler was created to run on demand. It is asking if you want to run it now. You can either click it here or you can select this crawler and click on run crawler. Okay, so let's wait till the crawler is completed. Okay, now my crawler has run successfully, and after running, it is going into stopping state. Okay, uh, let's, let's wait till it gets succeeded. Okay, meanwhile, you can go to Athena console. So this is how Athena console looks like. So if this is the first time you are using Athena console, make sure to set up this query result location. Okay, if you don't specify query result location, your query is going to fail. Okay, this is usually the bucket name that stores Athena query results. Okay, if you don't have this bucket, just create it and specify the path here. Okay, click on save. That's a setup that you need to. This is like one time thing. You need not. If you do it once, you can use it. So now let us see if our organization's table is created here. Okay, yeah. If you see this organization database is created here, click on this. Okay, there is only one table in this organization database. Click on this and click on preview table. Okay. So yeah, if you see, this is exactly the same CSV file that we uploaded to S3. So I mean, this is cool, right? We can query all our S3 files using normal SQL. Uh, that's very cool, right? You can perform all your data analysis. Basically, all the things that we can do using complex ETL things, we can perform most of the things we can perform here using normal SQL. So that's why Athena is so popular. You can also use AWS CLI or APIs to query your data using Athena. So in the upcoming videos, I'm going to show you how to query your Athena using Lambda and APIs. Okay, that's it for this video. Hope you liked it.